Hey guys, I'm Nikki Dinky. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm gonna make your day because we are making mac and cheese. I mean, you love it as a kid, you love it as an adult. Everyone loves this dish, and you can always make it new and put your own spin on it. But what I found is a really great classic recipe that you can then maybe put your twist on. This is my classic and amazing 4-cheese mac and cheese. First things first, we've got to get our mac for our mac and cheese. Now, if you don't have macaroni at home or you just want to try something new, any shortcut pasta will more than do. I actually think it's really fun to go into the pasta aisle and kind of choose what random new shape that I want to use. And I actually feel sometimes like it makes it a whole different dish. I know it tastes about the same, but sometimes those different textures and ridges can make a whole big difference. So, go have fun. Now for this preparation, I'm only going to be making a half batch. It's just me and my husband, it's only 2 of us, and though yes, I could eat enough macaroni and cheese for a group of 10, I prefer to keep a little bit less in the house so I don't go too crazy. So I'm going to make a half a pound of pasta. So I'm just going to add this to my boiling salted water and pull it out just 1 to 2 minutes shy of when I would normally pull it out. So it's just a little underdone. So this really is coming together really quickly. Almost when that pasta is done, this sauce will probably be done. And then we're really just combining and crusting it up. So I've got a small saucepan here. You want to make sure it's enough to hold your cheese. In this case, we're using about 4 cups of cheese. So make sure you've got enough room in there. And I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. My butter's all melted. And now I'm just gonna add in some onions and garlic. I've got about a large onion here, or a little bit more than a cup of chopped onions. And I've also got 2 cloves of garlic, nice big ones that I chopped up here. Now this is optional. You could absolutely go with just the straight cheese sauce and your macaroni. But I always have onions and garlic on hand, and I just feel like it gives it that one extra layer of flavor. So I really like it. This is a slightly more adult mac and cheese, but no matter how you do it, you can kind of play with it and maybe not add this if you want to make it more kid-friendly, or hey, add more garlic. I'm always up for that. So our onions and garlic are nice and soft. They look good. They always smell good. Now what we're going to do is add in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. What we're doing here is we're creating a roux just with the addition of onions and garlic. So we added in that 2 tablespoons of butter before we added in the onions and garlic, and now we're adding the equal amount of 2 tablespoons of flour right now. We're gonna let this cook out for just a minute, and then we're gonna add our milk. So to my roux, I'm just gonna be adding in 3/4 of a cup of whole milk. Our sauce is super thick, you can see that? Yeah, just the way that we want it. Let's move on to our cheeses. Now I've got 4 cheeses here. You could absolutely use whatever's in your fridge, use straight cheddar cheese. This would be delicious. What I think is really important here is really the ratio of the amount of cheese to the amount of this mixture with our milk to the amount of pasta that creates the right kind of consistency. You can use any cheese you like. But if you want a slightly more adult, Nikki Dinky version, then I want you to use these 4 cheeses. I've got Fontina, Gruyere, Parmesan, and Cheddar. Now Cheddar, I usually say gives me a little bit of color, but I bought a white Cheddar today, just not thinking. So I didn't really get the color benefit, but I'm still gonna get that really familiar mac and cheese cheddar taste. The Fontina is another really great melting cheese, pretty mild, but really gives it a great finish to the rest of it. Finally, the Gruyere and the Parmesan, they give it that just a little bit more adult taste, but it's still familiar, just a little something. I think they're so beautiful in this mac and cheese. Now I've got a cup of each of these. I'm gonna reserve just a cup for the top of our mac and cheese, but I'm gonna add in the rest of the 3 cups into my sauce until it is ooey, gooey, melty, delicious. This is one cheesy mac and cheese. This is why I love it. I don't mind a cheese sauce, it works in a way, that's more of a sauce. With my mac and cheese, I want cheese. I want long strands of cheese stringing out of it. Yum! So this is pretty much done. All we're doing is melting these cheeses in here. You want to make sure that you see some kind of, strands of cheese. It should really be a nice thick mixture, and it should really string still. And it should taste delicious. And it does. Now you might need to add a little bit of salt. We do have some semi-salty cheeses in here, so check for that, but besides that, let's go. So now we're gonna do that step where we're kind of marrying the ideas of a baked mac and cheese and a stovetop mac and cheese. Right now, this is a stovetop mac and cheese, and you could eat it just like this and you would be a very, very, very happy camper. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put on this last cup of cheese, and I'm gonna put it under the broiler. So I'm gonna get this really nice crust of cheese on top, which is what you usually find with a baked mac and cheese. So I'm getting a baked mac and cheese on top and that kind of still ooey gooey center of a stovetop mac and cheese on the inside. To me, it's the best of both worlds, but you can absolutely eat it just as it is right now, or stick this whole thing in a 350 oven for 30 to 40 minutes and have a beautiful baked mac and cheese also. Now that is mac and cheese. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Wow. One of the most beautiful. I have made it before. I want you guys to try this one. I want you to have fun with it, mix it up, put in veggies and chicken and put whatever cheeses you want. Make it stovetop, make it baked, whatever you want, because it's all about you having fun in the kitchen. I will see you guys next time.